there, Mr. Conductor. What are you doing?
I'm playing hopscotch, of course. Oh, there it is. My whistle must have fallen out while I was hopping and scotching. I don't know what I'd do without my whistle.
Did you hear? We're going to have an auction.
This wouldn't have anything to do with the bill Schemer got for the jukebox repair, would it?
How did you know?
Oh, I always know what I know. You know that. Someone might want to take a second look at that bill in order to know what I know.
I don't understand.
Well, sometimes we get ourselves in tracks of trouble when we don't look at the fine print or the footprints, which tell us where we're going, when maybe we shouldn't be going there at all.
Mr. Conductor, sometimes I don't understand a word you say.
Well, it all began with Percy.
What did?
The story, of course. Aren't you glad I found my whistle?
One day, Percy arrived at the quarry to collect some stone for his freight cars. Snow and frost lay everywhere. There was not a sound to be heard. Percy ventured further. He found Mavis, the new diesel engine, resting in the shelter of some rocks. "Cheer up, Mavis," he whistled. Mavis was still remembering the trouble she'd had with cars. "Manager says I don't listen to advice. He says I've no business jauntering down Toby's line. Toby's a fusspot." "Toby has forgotten more about freight cars than you will ever know," replied Percy. "You must put the cars where he wants them. Then you'll be a really useful engine. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to take these stones to the harbor." Mavis liked Percy, but she still wouldn't listen to his advice. "Why shouldn't I go on Toby's line?" The siding arrangements were awkward. To put the cars where Toby wanted them, Mavis had to make several journeys. She started making a plan. "If we used the teeniest bit of Toby's line," she said to her driver, "we would save all this bother." Her driver, suspecting nothing, allowed them to go as far as the first level crossing. A few days later, the weather changed. As the snow melted, the quarry grew busy again. Some trains were so long that before leaving the cars for Toby, Mavis had to go beyond the level crossing with them. Now for her plan. She would go further down the line without it seeming her fault. "Can you keep a secret?" she asked the freight cars. "Yes, yes, yes," they chattered. "Will you bump me at the level crossing and tell no one I asked you?" The cars promised. But while Mavis was away, Toby arrived. He decided to shunt the cars himself. The cars decided to bump him anyway. They reached the level crossing and Toby's brakes came on. This was the signal for the freight cars. "On, on," they yelled. Toby was away, with the cars screaming and yelling behind him. No one realized that melted snow had turned a stream ahead into a torrent, and the bridge above it was about to collapse. The rails were now like a tightrope across the thundering water. "Stop! Stop!" cried Toby. His driver fought for control. They came nearer and nearer to the bridge. It was all or nothing now. The driver braked hard. Toby stopped, still on the rails, but with his wheels treading the tightrope over the abyss. Mavis was horrified and quickly came to the rescue. Workmen anchored Toby with ropes while she pulled the freight cars away. Then she helped Toby to safety. "I'm sorry about the cars," said Mavis. "I can't think how you managed to stop them in time." "Oh, well," said Toby, "my driver told me about circus people who walk tightropes, but I just didn't fancy doing it myself." Later, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "A very smart piece of work," he said. Mavis, you did well, too, I hear. It was my fault about those cars, sir, she faltered. But if I could what? Come down the line sometimes, sir? Toby says he'll show me what to do. Certainly, replied Sir Topham Hatt, if your manager agrees. And so it was arranged. Now Mavis is as happy as can be, and Sir Topham Hatt thinks she's really useful indeed.
But, Mr. Conductor, I don't know what that has to do with us having an auction.
Oh, you might not understand now, but after a while you might. Sometimes a little time is all we need to understand what we need to know.
All right, everybody, follow me, and welcome to Schemer's House of Deal. Hey, how's it going, kids? How's it going? All right, everybody, get over here, take a seat.
What are you doing inside that towel?
If you do, you gotta pay for it.
Camping out. Schemer took all my furniture and boarded up my signal house, so I'm having to rough it out here. And believe me, it's rough.
But this is terrible. We didn't mean this to happen. We have to stop this somehow.
All right, today's auction shall start with this incredible collection of men's threads. Let's have the bidding begin at 10 cents. 10 cents. Do I hear 9 cents?
9 cents.
9 cents. Do I hear 8 cents?
8 cents? I just bid 9 cents.
Exactly. Do I hear 7 cents? 7 cents. Do I hear 6? 6. Do I hear 5? 4, 3, 2 cents. 2 cents sold to the guy. The second item is this.
Can I have the number to Mr. J.B. King's office?
Actually,
It's Charlie
invented
Bill?
before the sun. Tell you what we're gonna do now, a 2-for-1 auction. Here we go. First up is this petrified bird thing with some real live dead feathers. But you also get this kind of overgrown metal toothpick.
Oh, no, he's selling Billy's flute. Hey, look, that's Mr. Conductor's whistle. I wish Billy and Stacy would hurry up and get here. I don't think they're gonna make it.
$2.10.
That's all I've got left in our allowance. And I'm out of money.
Here you go, son.
Going once, going twice.
$2.79.
$2.79. Yes, going once, going twice. Sold to the short man with the blonde hair.
All right, folks. The auction is over.
Who said that? It's not over. It's over.
Gee, thanks, mister. You gave us your money and you don't even know us.
Well, I reckon those things belong to someone special. I just don't want to see them end up in the wrong hands. Excuse me, kids.
Aunt Stacy, Billy, we're sorry.
Why did you do it?
We just wanted to have some fun. We weren't really thinking about how far it would go.
But you found out, right?
And that's why we called you, because we knew it was wrong.
Well, I think there's somebody else here that has to be reminded that it was wrong. So why don't you guys take this into the workshop for me?
Okay.
Schemer! Schemer! You have pulled some stunts in your life, but I never thought you'd sink this low. Trying to sell other people's things? How could you do such a thing?
Well, it was easy. I just got the box of stuff, the table.
Oh,
I got
Schemer!
Well, Miss Jones, the jukebox broke, and I had to get it repaired. And look, I owe $11.85 to that crooked repairman.
Oh, Mr. Genius Time. Did you read the bill? It doesn't say $11.85. It says $1.85.
I thought that
Seems to me that you were so busy expecting to get cheated, you cheated yourself.
You know, Mr. Schemer, there's just something about this place.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, Mr. Repairman, I gotta be honest with you. The schemer does not have $1.85. So, I noticed you admiring my blue suede shoes before, and I'm hoping that maybe this could compensate for you repairing the jukebox.
Well, sir, I don't know what to say except I'm all shook up.
All right. See you now. Definitely reminds me of somebody.
1 and a 2.
I gave my love a cherry that had no stone. I gave my love a chicken that had no bone. I told my love a story that had no end. I gave my love a baby with no crying. How can there be a cherry that has no stone? How can there be a chicken that has no bone? How can there be a story that has no end? How can there be a baby with no crying? A cherry when it's blooming, it has no stone. A chicken when it's piping, it has no bone. The story that I love you, it has no end. A baby when it's sleeping has no crying.
Thank you very much, guys.
You know, Billy, I never had a chance to thank that repairman.
Well, me neither, Mr. Conductor, but something tells me that he knows we're grateful.
Reach for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you. So much to see, so far to travel, so much to learn to know. Friends by your side, hopes to hold on to, who knows how far you'll go. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true. Your own imagination